Hello and welcome to CathyDslayt's SRC4U Zoom call for January 21st, 2021. To access the SRC4U software Zoom call, right where it says click here and remember this password. Allow. And we're going to type in the passcode. And we're waiting for the hostess to open the room. She'll be with us momentarily. Cathy's Zoom call has started and we will join without video.
So you can see we're still running from yesterday. Now this, I'll show you, we're going to open a new tab as well, but you can see from yesterday, we're doing defense mechanisms, all, over and over, subtle. I can't recommend enough, all of us, and when I say this, I have to confess I haven't done it yet myself, we all need to be tapping our thymus for 10 minutes a day, maybe pull up something interesting to watch, and do it because we're coming up so often with that information in our scans. Passive aggression. Look at our words to ponder. When you're standing on the edge of a cliff, a step forward is not progress. So, or whatever that means to you. And so this is just where we are. Let's minimize that. Let's pull up a fresh scan for today. I think one of the main lessons out of this for me is to control my thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
Malcolm Ray thing was clearing some things, and together, but that's the lesson for me, is I've got to control my thoughts. Let's go in here and see, do we want a Malcolm Ray image today? Yeah, look, oh my goodness, 98. So let's go here, do our scan. so we have 3 rosy cushion rows. Who knows what that is? We want to clear some negative energy, and we want this calcium D, whatever that's about. So let's go ahead and let's first of all do this rosy cushion rose. And what I personally have been doing is I'm testing it to see how we want the work.
I think we should jump right into 9 and 10.
What are they? Oh! You know, there's no reason that we couldn't, except I somehow didn't load that marijuana one. I've got to go back and do it. Let's have a little fun with that.
That's right. That's funny.
Let's see what we got here. This is a hoot. Let's just see if we want that one. I love it. Makes a lot more sense to me than some stupid rose. Let's see. Well, we're not ready for it yet.
Well,
let's
there you have it.
really,
Could have used that yesterday.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got in here, though. That's a really good idea.
There's some very good ones.
Yeah, we had this one yesterday, this ritual. That's really the top one. Let's wait till money resonates higher. And but let's just see this rosy cushion rose. We know our overall is very high resonance with receiving a certain field. Let's just see, is this it? Okay, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to put it in the P4 because that's not a major. And the way this is going to be, which I think you already know, I'm going to go in. In my case, I have to go down to this more section. But now I'm going to go down to the supercharger cocktails and go in here. There it is. I'm going to copy it while it's in here. And then save it. All right, let's go down here to this next negative energy one, just for fun. It's a little higher, but still not as not a 98. See how we want to receive this. It's sustenance balancer. See, it didn't give us a, that's why I copy this, because sometimes you have to go a couple times to get the information. Okay, so there we go. We want it in the supercharger. You see that 203? And also in the field generator. Oh, here is our mediator for quickly absorbing the energy needed for my higher good. We finally finished it and balanced it out. And now we're going to do torso a little bit today, as you recall from yesterday. So, meanwhile, You have all kinds of choices here. I usually either do love or healing, but you've got all kinds of them. Just 4 minutes. And what was the other one? Field generator and what? Anybody remember?
Was it the supercharger?
Thank you. It was, yeah. And that one is already in there. And I'll come back later and check the time. And then finally, for whatever reason, now remember, these are all images of homeopathics. Okay, that's the one we're interested in. That's the main one. And they're all zeros. Let's go in here. And there may be a special way these combine. Dispenser, acupuncture, Anybody know what this calcium B blue Carter homeopathic is?
No.
I'll look that up later today. Okay, look at this. We want 30 hours in the dispenser. See what we're talking about.
I wonder if that's because of the chemtrail dump that they're doing.
I wonder if it is. That's very interesting.
What was that she said?
I was wondering if it was because of the chemtrail dump, because of all the stuff they put in when it basically falls to earth.
True.
Or the land.
True.
Very interesting. Well, that's a lot of dispenser energy. Here's what we're looking at also for the flower essences, which gives us some clues. Transforms anger. For interpersonal relationships, maybe we need to start speaking to people who voted for the other side. Cleansing and regeneration of the aura and astral body. Enhanced belief in self. Remember how long we worked on that with the mediator. Uncertainty, distrust, self-doubt, accept foolishness, and we're wanting to use our gift of wisdom for the good of all mankind. Caretaking of the earth, attunement to nature, dissolution of sense of separation, earth attunement, grounding emotion, treatment of physical, emotional, brain, mental abuse, resulting in emotional withdrawal, we're taking calm, enthusiasm, and for restoring tolerance and acceptance. So let's go ahead and get that started. And then we also wanted the acupuncture.
Okay, so the calcium D-glucarate,
Yeah.
it's to enhance the major detoxification of pathways in the body.
Oh my goodness. So that is probably the reference. Yeah, good.
Yeah, it keeps the toxins bound inside the glucarate.
Thank you. Even though this is etheric, I like to look at the symptoms related to it. And you know this is at this moment in time because it's going to be flowing. Let's just see. You know, I talked with Dr. Kersey yesterday, and he is a radionics genius, and he got very excited over these cards and said he wants them too. So that was pretty cool. Look at all the symptoms related to this detoxification. Let's see how long we want to go. Just 3 minutes. So it all ties in again to that dispenser and our nutrition. So that gives us there. Now, let's go in. Now, there's something I've been doing. Most of the work, time-wise, is this extra stuff with the beginning clearing. So let's see if we want the short clearing today at the beginning of the session. Or the long clearing. And I figure our higher self knows what we're talking about. Yeah, we want the long clearing, so let's do it. And this is what you've got here. And it's at the very end of this manual, which Vicki is still, maybe I'll have it today. And I'll be happy to send each of you this separately. This is a basic path you can follow, and then you're going to get creative as you go. But this is the basics. And it can be very short, very efficient. It seems like this. Wait. It's this basic clearing when it's required.
I'd love to have it.
Yeah, I'll send it out, and that'll save some steps.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. It's just
There is no healing number.
There is no what?
No healing number for that D.
For that D.
The
Glucarconate?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just an image. Yeah, and you know there might be a healing number. I haven't. If anybody is in front of the computer and wants to type it in.
I just checked.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah.
But
You know,
it's a vitamin. It's like a vitamin supplement, so you can.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when you make a request, if you will save your request and go back, a lot of times they will have given you a code.
Okay.
It's really amazing, some of the things. And I'm beginning to think that whoever's doing, they probably have a full staff, but whoever's doing those codes, they're reading what we're reading. It is extremely interesting, the things that you can go back and get the information on.
Yeah. I love that site.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
And so here we go. Love, achieve what is desired, apply bioenergetics in health maintenance, balance the 12 cranial nerves. That's your pineal. Any and all dark, negative energy around here or around my family, I now command to leave. Boost immunity, 100% oppression, clear, vaporize smart dust. All is well. Attract good. I got these two this morning also. Feeling self-love and self-worth is my constant inner state. Now, we did all that mediator stuff on that. Let's just look and see where we are with that. We're still not up there. So there's still some work that needs to be done with that. For now, I'm going to put it in the Shin, and then later today I'm going to go in and see what kind of Pro Tool we're looking at, if any. The other thing you can do, let me show you something here, which you already know, but just a reminder. If you get something in the way of a low resonance, this is another thing you can do, is go ahead and douse it in. You have to go ahead and add it, because you're going to douse it in 3 times. And if it really is a challenge, you can douse it in 9 times. But let's see where we are with this. We've got some work to do, that's for sure. You might want to look on YouTube, get some tappings for this kind of thing. Clear whatever the block is to achieving that.
Look down the list. It's remove curse, sorcery removal, remove hex.
Yep.
Destroy black magic rituals, close all psychic attack. I mean, freedom from mind control. I mean, good God.
But see, those are over 1,000, so even though it's out there, it's not in a field, I hope. But it is. I'm seeing differences. And I'm seeing differences as we do this. I do it every day. That's, I think, the key. And it's highly proactive as well. Now, we've just put this in 3 times. Let's see if we want any Pro Tools. Yeah, we still want Pro Tools. Well, let's look in here. This is something that may have been programmed in, even ancestrally. They say we carry in our blood so much. For example, even some of the environmental toxins, we carry the DDT, the heavy metal, etc., actually from our ancestors.
Yeah.
So that might be what we're clearing here.
You know what I often put when I'm doing clearings and stuff like that is all timelines.
Okay. So how would you add that?
I just put it at the end of whatever it is that you're going to put in. For example, you just put
that.
in. Yeah. And because I think right now, with everything that we're going through, I think there's a lot of timeline flipping and flopping.
I believe that too.
Yeah.
And I've got some timelines going for us in here, which is interesting. This so I'll start. I like that. I think that's smart, and we can also put it in our timeline in the Pro Tools.
Yeah.
And let me show you. We now have also a torso cocktail, because so often it comes up in the sustenance balancer. So I put in, I'm going to show you, let me do it a different way. Let's go to the Find Options tab. That's a great way to add a cocktail and then not have to fool with scanning it. I'm going to do it right away. And we also have the reality cocktail, which I'll show you, but let me show you this. Here's what we've got. We're not going to have positive feelings if our torso, as we call it, our little midsection, is our mood is going to be affected. So I've got some codes for nerves of the gastrointestinal system, no longer disconnected from me. There's a code, gut health, some various anatomies that are involved. And this, I sent this to Joanna, so it's back there. The spine is involved. The breathing is a big deal, and our stress, torso-related stress affects our breathing. There's the vagus nerve. It impacts whether or not we can adapt to change. Here's our self-healing and mental clarity. So let's go in here. Let's just see where we are with this. Yesterday I did it, and our positive feelings were off. Imagine that. But look, we're looking pretty good today. Last one, mental clarity. Let's add that. Let me see if I can find this reality one. Because I can't remember the exact. Okay, I put it. Okay, yeah, identify reality as it exists. So let's go back in now to the find options. Again, we're just getting information. Okay, activate genes that need to be activated. That sounds pretty good. Intuitive wisdom, and they say that's what comes when your heart and your mind combine. But also the gut, the gut feelings. Listen to the still small voice. Objective awareness of self. Open the door to the Holy Spirit, which we ask for so often. Unplug from the programmed matrix. That's also, if we're going to see things as they really are, we're going to have to do that. Value own decisions. That ties in probably to the self-worth. Again, continue to flow. So let's just add these. While we're at it, I guess I didn't need to put that in there, but we will. Let's just see, there's a couple of cocktails. This one, Shield from Magic. Let's see if we need this one today. No, and you see, I had that in the scan also, so we didn't need that. Let's go in quickly. Acupuncture, conflict, that's a 0. Plan. aminos and minerals. So and I think some of you in here are Young Living people, and they're minerals, the little dropper of minerals. The taste is vile, but you can drop that on your skin. You don't have to take it with your mouth. It's
Really?
Yeah, just rub it on your skin.
I put it in my smoothies.
There you go. That's not a bad idea either.
Yeah.
And there is, we can be aware of it without focusing on it. There is a lot of negative energy out there. I chose that as a theme for myself in the P4, just to clear anything out there. And it may be that it's the chemtrails. I didn't notice yesterday.
Well, they were plastering.
Wow.
It was too cloudy here. And the snow was blowing, and
I bought about a long time ago. They were called candles. They're in a pot of resin, and then there's 3 copper that point up. And I very seldom have chemtrails. We have to take them down at Christmas time, and I can see chemtrails then. But the rest of the year, they're up, and there's none. I mean, I may see them way off in the distance, but nothing is overhead.
Would you text me the name of that?
Oh, it's been so long ago. I'll try to find it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
You all know that sounds wonderful. You see, again, once you get all this in, all you want ordinarily is the Wonder Click. Now, this morning I wanted a deeper scan and I wanted a crystal. So I put it in there. But for the most part, let's hold our intent. Oh, we need to optimize weight.
Is that a copper pipe and they go point up into the air?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called
and
they're called chem busters. And you can make them. It's a lot cheaper to make them than buy them.
Yeah, but at the time, it's in a pot of resin with, I forget what they call it, but it's got metal scrapings and stuff in it.
Right.
To collect.
Organite.
And, yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. When I was researching them, I found out to use the metal pipes, and it's best to use copper pipes with the copper shavings with the quartz placed in them to get more of effect.
So you make them?
Well, I make the organite. I don't make the pipe one because my budget doesn't allow it right now, but I have every intention of making one. But yes, they do disperse the chemtrails because the energy coming from the crystals.
Yeah, it really, really does work.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you. We're just about done here, but look at this. Our overall theme is detoxify. There's something going on, and we're focused on lungs. Now, probably
I think they're dispersing COVID through those chemtrails.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to put a YouTube up. I'm doing a blog post, and I'm going to put a YouTube up on that is maybe one of the best vaccination YouTubes I've ever heard. And this is a doctor, and she actually got fired where she was for giving hydrochloroquine, or however you pronounce it.
Hydroxychloroquine?
We have that, of course, in our work in the sustenance balancer, which gets done at some point every day, but actually a couple of times. But I don't know what this means. A 2-prong approach is necessary. This particular YouTube, and what this doctor did some time ago, she did a similar one. She had 20 million hits, and then they all took it down.
Sure.
The reason when she used the hydrochloroquine, she had a lady with the flu, and that's what she gave her. And in about 12 hours, as I recall, she was fine. And like I say, they told her, do that again, you get fired. And as I recall, she did, and she got fired. So I'll get that up. I'm almost done with the post. I'll send it to Joanna, and if you get a chance, go in and look at it.
Was it the hydroxychloroquine?
Yes.
Okay, that's a synthetic version of quinine. Quinine is the actual, it's from the grapefruit rind, where you can take 3 grapefruit rinds, boil them in a cup of water and keep adding water, but it has to be for an hour, and then you set it to the side with the lid on it. Never take the lid off unless you're going to add a little bit of water, and that's pure quinine.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
I can remember when I was young, my dad taking quinine when he was sick. That's what they gave him when he was in the Marines during the Korean War.
Yeah, this lady, I made a mistake. It's not about the virus, although that's tied in. It's about the vaccination.
Yeah.
And I know we've all heard plenty on that, but I'll tell you what, she is amazing.
Is this the lady that was from somewhere in Europe, Scotland?
No.
I think
they took her down too. Yeah.
She got fired too.
Yep.
Yep.
And actually, the doctor in this YouTube says the doctor actually put it in writing, which was really stupid, when he fired her, that the hospital made so much money from the people being sick.
Yeah.
This concludes our SRC4U live Zoom call. We thank you for attending. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.